here's the specifics about this particular body of water. So Moses, who was their leader, had to stretch out his rod in order for the waters to part. So here's the lessons I have for you as your coach. Number one, you got to know what you got in your hand, because what you have in your hand makes all the difference in the world. It wasn't something that Moses went out and found that helped him cross over. It was the thing that he had in his hand. I want to tell you that oftentimes you've forgotten how talented, how gifted you are. You've forgotten all the things that you already have, because maybe you're looking at the water, you're looking at the Red Sea, and you've forgotten what you have in your hand. But he didn't just have a stick. Remember what you have in your hand, but he stretched out the stick. So you may be gifted in an area, but you've been a little lazy with your gift. You got to stretch your gift out. You got to allow yourself to be stretched, because the water doesn't move just because you have a gift. The water moves because you stretch the gift out, and you do that in obedience. And when you do, then the waters begin to part. I also want to note that not only did he have a rod, not only did he stretch the rod out, but as long as he had the rod out, the water stayed back. You don't just have a gift. You don't just stretch your gift, but you keep stretching your gift. Because as you do that, this thing that appears to be a barrier is going to open up for you, because you've decided to use what you have in your hand. And you've decided to, I like to say it this way, you've decided to, in faith, stretch it out. Listen, stretching is not fun, but the difference between being stressed and stretched is who's in charge. So the moment you surrender to the process, it becomes a stretch and not stress. So here you are facing a Red Sea. It's the barrier between you and a certain level of freedom. Freedom for your company, freedom for your nonprofit, freedom for your leadership process. And you think it's a barrier. But what it is a challenge to you to remember what you already have. You've got a rod already in your hand. You've got a gift. To remind you to stretch it out. That means get better at who you are and what you are. And to keep stretching out.